Hello and welcome back. Today I want to talk about 3 reasons why you need to get yourself one of these Ariens snow blowers. I've had this one for about 10 years. This is the first and only snowblower that I've ever owned. And I've put this thing through a lot of stuff in the 10 years I've had it. I've gone through my own learning curve with it, how to use a snowblower and how to work with it. And this thing's just been tremendous. And so here's 3 reasons why I think you need one of these Ariens snowblowers. The first reason is just the quality of these machines. I've been in business since 1933, and throughout that years of their being in business, they've just really figured out the right way to build these and the right type of material to use. It's got really good gauge steel on it. Like I said, I've had this thing for 10 years, and I've used and abused this thing. And you can even tell, like, inside of the box here and even in the chute, it's really kind of starting to rust now, but that's after 10 years of use. You can even see a little bit of rust here on the corners of it. But again, I've had this over 10 years. I've only had maybe one problem with it. I had to replace the carburetor on it once. I've got a video on that I'll put up here. You guys can see how to do that. So even though the carburetor was leaking gas on me at one point, I was able to change that carburetor out myself, no problems. Wasn't that really hard to do. So they're just really well built quality machines. And so that's really the first reason why I would go with one of these. There's no question about the quality of the machine at all. The second reason why you need one of these Ariens machines is just the design of it, especially when we're talking about this compact 24 that I have here, or even the classic 24, which is a very similar design to this. I think the only difference is maybe the gearbox down below is a little bit different, so it's a little bit easier to maneuver this one. But the compact 24 and the classic 24 are just very simplistic designs. There's not much to them. They've got the lever here to control the gears on it. You've got a lever here to control the auger, to turn the auger on the front of it on, and you've got a lever here to control, the movement of the wheels. So you pull this one down, it'll move forward. You pull this one down, and the auger will work. And this just controls your speed, and you've even got a reverse here as well. The only thing that's really up here is you've got the chute mechanism to move the chute back and forth. And so there's not a whole lot of bells and whistles on this thing, which is I like, because there's not a whole lot of things that can really go wrong with it, right? It's really just the auger, the chute, and the controls up there. And that's all you really need to get the job done. You don't need a whole lot of other bells and whistles on it. One thing that this has on it that I really don't even use is the light here. In fact, I think the light has actually got a shorted, and I think up here there's a short. I think this wire has just been pulled too tight. So that would be an easy fix to fix the short in the light. So that's, again, 10 years worth of use on it. And I think the classic and the compact both come with this auto start on them as well, which is actually pretty useful for a lot of people. I've never really had to use it. I can easily start this thing by pulling the lever on it, not really that hard. But you can easily hook up a electrical cord to this, turn it on, make sure it's primed, and hit this button, and within seconds it'll start up. And I'll even show you here. You plug this into the starter, make sure it's turned on, give it a couple of pumps of gas. The gas is turned on here. Here's your lever to control the engine speed on it. Hit the button. It starts right up, not a problem. I've never had a problem with this machine starting, and if you don't have the ability to pull that lever, you can definitely plug it in and start it up. Won't be a problem at all. So that's number 2, is just the design of these machines. It's small enough of a machine, the compact 24 and the classic 24, they're small enough to get easy, simple jobs done, but it's also big enough to handle big snow piles. I've got a lot of videos on the channel. You can go check those out, where I've had this thing in, like I said, in small amounts of snow, and I've had this thing in large amounts of snow. Doesn't give me a problem. So it's kind of like, I would say, in the Goldilocks zone of snow blowers, if you're looking at the compact 24 or the classic 24. The third reason why you need to go get yourself one of these Ariens snow blowers is the price. I bought this machine 10 years ago. I think it was actually over 10 years ago, and it was $779. So we'll call it $800 10 years ago. I think if you go look at these machines now, they're anywhere from $800, $900 up to probably $1,200, depending on where you find it at or whether it's on sale or not. So the price point for these machines, I think, is the right spot for them. So whether you're looking at the compact 24 like this one, or whether you're looking at the classic 24, like it's the right price. It's not really expensive like some of the other machines that are out there when they start putting tracks on them and make these bigger augers on them and give you all these other bells and whistles, and the price just goes up on them. I think this is the right price for the right amount of machine that you're going to need to get the job done. And it just works. It gets the job done. It's easy to maintain it. It's really quality construction. You should stop thinking about it and just go get yourself an Ariens snowblower. The only other thing I want to mention is to be sure to subscribe to our channel. I've got a lot of videos out there of me using this machine, so you can go look and see how it is in real time. See it in real action, where I've been using it here on my property for many years. And then I want to thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys on the next one.